Hello, hello, hello. Hi guys, welcome to Stealthy Elf Productions. We're going to be playing a little bit of Pathfinder 2nd Edition tonight. This is part of our Heroes of Histaeria campaign series, and tonight's campaign is Unearthed Inheritance. Before we jump in, we'll say hello to our players. We're going to start with Button.
With me, hello, I am Button. My pronouns are they, them. I am Blue Button on social media, and when I'm not here playing the druid Cress, you can find me over on twitch.tv/Tales Archived in the Known Realms Telesh campaign.
Nice.
That's me.
Yay!
Hi everybody, my name is Alec, my pronouns are he, him. You can find me all places on the internet at Tales Archived. I play Finn Reese here in Heroes of Histaeria Unearthed Inheritance. When I'm not here, you can find me over at Tales Archived as the Archivist of Known Realms Telesh, our homebrew campaign set in my world of Ayosha. That's me.
Hannah.
Oh my gosh, it's my turn. Hi, I'm Hannah. I am playing Farron tonight. Badass Elven Ranger. And when I'm not playing Farron, you can catch me on our sister campaign, Sansi Saga, which is on the off weeks of this campaign, every other Saturday, playing Paminia Neckle, everyone's favorite gnome bard.
Yeah, guys, and that's our crew for tonight. I will be your GM. My name is David. You can catch me here as the GM of both of the Heroes of Histaeria campaigns, Unearthed Inheritance and Sansi Saga, and you can also catch me over at Tales Archived, where I play Whistle, the Hobgoblin Fighter, in the Known Realms Telesh campaign every week. That's me. So, guys, without further ado, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right.
We shall.
We shall. I've got a brief recap here for you. So, we are returning to the sea-swept town of Dameril. Our heroes and their new allies in the town have stopped the fractal from being dropped onto the town, and they have also rescued Zynne, the draconic humanoid, from being captured by the Crimson Circle cult. Upon returning to the now dormant fractal, in the dried-up harbor, the team decompressed from the harrowing events of their day thus far. Once Zynne was awakened, things grew somewhat tense. Zynne revealed how they and Chimney were captured by Captain Magnus some time ago during a scouting mission. A scouting mission for which they are now late in reporting. It was then that Zynne revealed that the person they were sent on their current mission for was none other than Anatole Iosis, the now proclaimed king of the Sandsea. This was news that was particularly well received by Cress. The party then agreed to help find the now missing Kobold's companion, Chimney. And so we descended once more into the town of Dameril. Let's see what happens. Guys, we are going to pick up with y'all over at the Brine Distillery Tavern. We are back here. You know what? Let me kill these footsteps, because when you get in here, it is quiet. There are no people. You can see. Yeah, there you go, Soundtale. As you come in here, the tavern is this old, heavy stone tavern with wood framing. Even as you approach and enter the door, still the smell of brine and these high vaulted wooden ceilings kind of give you the impression of almost being on a ship at sea. The tap room is still in a state of utter destruction from the battle earlier today. You see the mangled, torn iron chunks of arbiters. You see where the cannonball that was shot left a hole in the opposing wall, and unfortunately you do see a few fishfolk corpses, members of Captain Magnus's crew. As you guys enter into the tavern, it is the three of you, Cuthbert and Zynne. Okay, as you enter, what are we doing? What's step number one for you guys?
Where did we last see Chimney?
In this tap room, in this very tap room, a handful of hours ago, when Chimney and Zynne both popped out of the far side room, looking for Captain Magnus, despite the chaos of the fight happening around them.
All right,
Um,
Zynne. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go.
Just not having the context that Farron has, Cress is going to ask Zynne, so what would Chimney be looking for or heading toward in the event that you two get separated?
It's tricky to say. I could see Chimney Ida in this situation with us being separated. If any Chimney would be looking for me, because that's what I would do. I would be looking for him if we got separated. So
Farron's gonna walk over to the wall or the window that they jumped out of, and look for anything that may have caught on the window, like a scrap of clothing or anything, and then promptly search for tracks right outside the window.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. We'll have you just kind of do a perception check here for us, Farron.
Okay.
We'll start off with that search.
Do I want to start this way?
Yeah, don't forget you guys
No,
got
it's
a
still
hero
pretty good.
point to start off, right?
Yeah.
And we're not like
Yes.
fully tracking yet, so this is perception check if anyone wants to jump in and try to help out.
It's still pretty good. It'll be a 22.
A 22 is pretty good. Okay. With a 22, as you're looking around, one of the things you're looking for things that might catch your eye, right? You don't find any sort of scraps or anything, but what you do find is actually something that you hear, and that is as you are looking out over the window looking for any sort of scraps or tracks, you hear a piece of wood shifting behind you, kind of scraping on the floor. As you look back, you see one of those broken tables where part of the tap room, you can actually see a hand kind of pull back into the shadow, as you're pretty sure somebody is crouched under that table.
Draw the bow, knock an arrow, and slowly approach.
Okay. As you approach, you make your way around kind of the broken section of tables and chairs, and as you come around, you can see fully a heavily injured fishfolk, one of Captain Magnus's crew, who survived the fight but remains heavily wounded and seems too injured to leave the tavern. As
I just
move
shout
around.
to the others, lower the bow. Hey, over here. And I'll crouch down. Are you all right? I'm not going to hurt you.
I'm been better. Coughs up.
What's your name?
Jojo.
Jojo?
Yeah.
Jojo!
I name all the fish folk with 2 syllables.
Perfect. Amazing.
Jojo, may I assist you?
Please. And kind of
All right.
extends a hand out. Yeah.
Cressel battle medicine on this fellow.
All right. Roll
That's
medicine.
good. 17 plus 18 for math.
Oh, 35.
35.
thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a crit.
Guys, I can't. Okay. So that is going to be Jesus Christ. These numbers stack really fast.
He gets an auto res.
After 3 days.
That'll be Jesus.
After 3 days, yeah. 3 days casting time.
22 plus 35 for 57.
Oh yeah, you heal him over and over. That's more than critical healing for this dude. Yeah, back to full health. You're able to staunch the wound, Cress. Able to suture it up. Clean.
They
the
like
wound.
snap a table leg and they like splint his leg
Yeah.
and like it's absurdly efficient and quick.
Yes, and you can see Zynne kind of standing there nodding along, like, "Oh shit, yeah." Yeah, Jojo is back up to full health, and Jojo kind of, "Oh, thank you. It feels much better." You were
Good, I'm glad.
you were with the captain earlier, weren't you?
Yes.
Is Captain Magnus okay?
He's safe.
That's a
If
relief.
you wish to rejoin him. Oh, I don't know if you can get up there.
I do wish to rejoin him by any means necessary.
Might be pretty dangerous means. You might want to wait near him. You know the big fractal vessel?
And yes, there. He points to the giant
Can't miss it.
Yeah, giant triangle outside.
Right. He's in that.
Oh.
It's gonna be tough to get in. That said, you know where he is. He's safe. We have a question. We have several questions for you. Did you see?
No, he just says anything.
Did you see a tiny kobold scoot out of here?
Yes, a little red kobold. Yes, a couple hours ago. Managed to hide during most of the fight, and once everybody had left, it stopped briefly. Over there, points to the door in the captain's quarters, and then re-emerged and went out the door, the main door.
Farron immediately walks over to the captain's quarters.
Sure. You look inside, Farron. You can see it's like probably the best room that the tavern had. Actually, it looks like it was probably the owner's room. You haven't met Daddy, but Cress and Finn, you would suspect that this would probably be where Daddy's previous chambers. One thing that is immediately obvious as you walk in is there's a trap door just in one of the corners of the room that is flung open.
Uh-huh. I peek down.
Okay. Peek down. It's dark, but you have dark vision, don't you?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, with your dark vision, you can see there's a little rope ladder that kind of goes down into a underground tunnel. It's a very tight, very cramped space. It's rough.
Sorry.
Rough-hewn.
Low light vision.
Okay. Well, there's some light pouring in, so you can't see, much further in. But I mean, from where the light from the room above illuminates into the tunnel, and then like another 20-30 feet or so with your low light vision, you can see a rough dug tunnel. Right.
A tunnel that. Which direction does it go?
Heads southish.
South-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Above table. That's the one Magnus told us about, right?
Magnus told you that there was another tunnel into the tavern. Do you explore the tunnel, Farron?
Well, not yet. Is there anything down there, or just the passageway?
You might have to explore the tunnel further to know that, because right as you go in, I mean, what you see is what you see here without any sort of delving.
How about this? Can I grab the whatever light source is in the office? Is it a lantern or a torch
No,
on
it's
the wall or
just
something?
light coming through the windows from the sunset outside, unfortunately. But perhaps maybe one of your companions might have something.
Companions.
I grab the light from the sun and I shove it in a ball.
I brought you this.
Finn does have a lantern that he can drop down.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good old-fashioned lantern.
take that from his hip and just sort of glide the chain down his hands and light the way.
You come in with Finn?
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. It's a narrow space for you. Farron moves around all right, but you have to kind of hunch your shoulders a bit.
We don't want to. I think Farron would rather just do a quick peek and then, because you said that that Chimney left.
Chimney left and went out the main door. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just more of a like, okay, this is here, but can I take a look around the office to see if maybe anything is disheveled or a drawer is left open or anything that would lead me to believe that.
Well, how about we take a chance to divide and conquer here, right? You check out the tunnel, right, with the light, and Finn, do you want to check out the office, or what's Finn up to?
I don't want to go in the tunnel alone.
I can look in the tunnel.
Finn looks in the tunnel. If you look in the office.
Okay, deal.
All right.
I
Easy
You take
put
the
in
tunnel.
one
All right.
unfortunate hole today. What's
Yeah.
another?
What's a second unfortunate hole?
We're getting real comfortable in these holes.
Finn.
Not
It's unholy.
Not quite a pattern yet.
Not quite a pattern yet.
For now.
But Finn, you
Actually, no. The hole of the fractal. It is now. It is now a pattern.
That's true, yes. This is
Damn.
3 holds in
Alright.
one arc. Finn,
We are
you
wholesome.
descend into your 3rd hole this arc.
Yeah.
Again, it's
Get it.
cramped, it's quite tight.
It's
You've
an
got
arc hole.
I think you've got dark vision, but you've also got your lantern if
Got
you
dark
choose it.
vision. I got the ghost lantern. If I wish, I just want to see if there's any. I want to recall if there's any sort of. No, it's just a lantern right now. So yeah, I don't really even need it, but I'm looking. I'm
you're
exploring.
looking.
I'm seeing what's down here.
Okay.
It's more of an
I'm not-
accessory.
I'm not going too far.
As you're going down, Finn, you can look with the lantern light ahead and your dark vision. You can see that there's a bend coming up in the tunnel. Now, at this bend, just at the corner, it looks like there is a kind of like a natural forming pillar. You know, like a stalagmite, stalactite thing that's still attached at the center.
Yep.
Right. So you can see one of those coming up ahead. Your light casts a shadow that kind of splits, and you can see that there looks like maybe perhaps a little chamber or something. There's a door, a wooden door, just behind that.
Fuck it, a look.
Okay, open the door. You open the door, and inside, I need you to roll. No, you're good. Looking inside, you find what looks to be like a treasure cache. Plain and simple. You see a couple of chests that are spilled over. You see several items strewn about the floor. Amongst them, money, gems. Roll a perception check here, Finn.
No. Okay.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
18. Not good.
18. What you find here as well, amongst the money, is you do also find a runestone. A runestone, being a way to transport a runic glyph. So you find another runestone buried amongst the treasure. And then you see casks of dark fluids. As you get a little closer, you kind of give it a little bit of a sniff. It's not hard to kind of smell liquor, the smell of alcohol wafting up.
Okay.
The side of the barrels are labeled, and you can see that these are more than likely treasured vintages.
Yeah. Okay. He'll take note of the runestone. He's not going to steal it. This is not who the boy is.
Okay.
He'll take a note of it. While he's down here, is he able to kind of discern what kind of runestone it is?
Roll
Or will that take time?
roll an occultism. Let's see. I'll say DC 22 occultism.
Oh yeah.
Probably would take time, but you can read.
I'm 27.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one looks like it's the rune for Earthbind. It's an Earthbind rune.
Let's lock that in the dome. Doesn't really look like there's anything else ahead, correct?
No, it's just kind of the more tunnel that just goes deeper. You imagine probably like similar to what Magnus said. Maybe a secret way into the tavern.
He'll return.
Okay. All right. While Finn was exploring down there, Farron, you were looking around up here in the office. There's not a lot in here. It looks like Magnus is, at least once Finn rejoins you, you can confirm Magnus's prized possessions were kept away from his office or away from these living quarters, right? But with Finn rejoining you guys, Cress, you were talking to Jojo, right? We'll have the party regroup. Cress, while they're doing a little bit of investigating and stuff, anything you do with Jojo here?
They have Jojo here. Did Chimney say anything as they left? Did they seem to have some sort of intent? I'm sorry, what are Chimney's pronouns?
Chimney is he, him.
He, him. Did he seem to have any intent?
No, well, actually, Chimney, as you lead me to believe, left shortly after the that strange diamond-like, crystal-like creature, describing the Thelatos, looked to be following it. I was trying to avoid its notice, but tracking the creature.
I see. Did you catch a direction in which that Thelatos, that mirrored creature, and... God, were there any remaining... And the remaining arbiters?
Yeah, there was
No,
there was I think there was
there's
one.
one.
There was one swarm left. Yeah.
One swarm.
I thought, if I remember correctly, those went to the fractal.
No, there were a lot of swarms. Yeah, there were like three active swarms, 2 going for the fractal, 1 for the tavern. But Jojo just kind of shakes and says, "I'm sorry. That's he left out that door," pointing towards the main door. "But I didn't see which direction they went. Perhaps back to the lighthouse, to the Temple of Eliza."
Back to the Temple of Eliza. All right. And that would be northwest from here?
Pretty much.
Or
Yep.
northeast?
Northwest.
All right. In the event that it did not head that way, that creature, the mirrored one, as well as the arbiters, are enemies of this town. I want you to know that because we care about this town, Jojo. As I know your Captain Magnus does as well.
Jojo nods. Understood. I will check and see if anybody else made it. He's not injured anymore. I will check and see if anybody else made it. And
There are allies again in the fractal. If anyone else has made it here, you tell me immediately. I also suggest manning that cannon and getting it to perhaps a more defensible position. I don't know if they'll be returning to this point immediately, but you're on top of a hill. It's a good place to be.
it's a good plan. I'll head out and rally what assistance I can, and we will make sure the town is well defended.
Try not to shoot any, humanoids. Focus on those mechanical entities, those mirror creatures. There may be more allies nearby.
Understood. Thank you. What will you be doing? Will you be
We're
coming
gonna go
back?
look for him. Yeah, we'll be back.
Okay. Good luck. I will try to rally the troops.
If you see that little kobold, you tell him Zynne is looking for him, yeah? They'll look up at Zynne for confirmation.
Zynne nods solemnly. That's right. Understood. If I see the kobold, I will pass the message along.
And tell him that at least Zin's allies, if not Zynne, I don't want to presume Zynne, will be making it back to the fractal tonight if they haven't found it.
Understood. I can do this.
As Farron walks out of the office, Jojo, did Chimney leave here alone or with someone?
Alone, but looked a bit more. Looked armed with a hammer and possibly a few other gadgets, from what I could see. After their brief venture into the captain's room, and you guys can see, probably put together, grabbed gear and came back out.
Thank you. And she just walks out the front door and starts looking for tracks outside of the tavern.
Okay.
And she is in full hunt prey mode now.
Full in hunt prey mode. Okay.
Yeah.
Farron, let's have you roll a tracking check, or a survival check. All right. The party is grouped back up as you guys are just about to head out. One last thing I'll mention is that Zynne does go back into one of the rooms in the tavern. As the door kind of swings open, you can see that there were cages and cells in here. This is where Zynne and Chimney were housed initially. And Zynne just goes in, door swings, comes back out, and is in the process of wrapping up their hands, their draconic their draconic fists in hand wraps.
All right.
Survival. Let's see.
Hitting the 8s today. All right.
8s today.
Plus 18 is a 26.
18 is a 26. A 26. 1 second here. Okay. A 26 is a success. All right. With the 26, it is a regular success. And you are able to pick up Chimney's trail. You can see where there are... Hang on, there's a lot of water in this for some reason.
While you're fixing that, Tulka is nearby, and I whistle for her to come over, and she trots over, and I show her the tracks on the ground, and I let her sniff it for a little bit, and she's just gonna, flavor-wise, just be helping me.
Perfect. Yeah, she catches the scent, and you can see she picks up the head and begins to move in that northern direction, right? So I'm going to do something else here. No. Okay, yeah, so you are able to follow the track northwest-ish as you guys continue along this. Tulka padding along, moving from site to site along this trail, pausing every now and then to take a sniff at a tree. And based on where Tulka's sniffing, you can kind of see, it looks like Chimney was kind of staking to cover, moving closely to tree lines and obstacles, right? You can kind of see as Tulka paces, almost in a fairly decent mimicry of Chimney's path. So you can just discern Chimney is at least moving stealthily.
Yeah.
So
I'll relay that to the others. It seems Chimney was attempting to move without being seen. Let's keep going.
That's wise.
And that's also handy for you guys because you know that's going to slow Chimney down. Okay. You follow this trail out of town. It takes you north and it takes you along the coast, and you find remnants of what looks like was once a road. It's covered in sand now. It's covered in debris, and you can see where the last wave moved through had taken down a lot of this infrastructure. But it's workable enough that you guys can kind of follow along. It's not quite fully difficult terrain because it's on the edge of this cliff face. You follow this path until you come to what is quite simply a broken bridge. This roughly is the midway point between Dameril and the Beacon of Eliza, or the Temple of Eliza. From here, from this midway point to your east, you can see the edge of town, and you can see the break wall kind of jutting out and wrapping its way around the harbor. And far off in the distance towards the west, you can see a towering lighthouse, a massive lighthouse. It's roughly about 3 miles away. You're kind of like 3 miles in either direction to town or lighthouse. But this spot, you end up pausing at this spot because, well, the path is broken. As you cut up here, you can see that this is actually a bridge that is now completely destroyed. The wave, as it came through, must have destroyed, and as you stand here at the edge of it, you can see, looking down, a dried up waterway and ruined docks, ruined buildings that were a couple 100 feet down below the bridge have been crushed where the structure has fallen. So, as you make your way here, Cress, you guys are cool with it. Cress, on the walk over, you are searching, right? Okay.
If I can take that action.
Yep.
I will say, because they had time in the bar, they will have used their what is it called? The one where you craft a thing immediately as an alchemist.
Like quick brew or something like that, or
quick alchemy.
quick alchemy, yeah.
Thank you. To craft a Drakeheart mutagen, which will give them a bonus to perception and a couple other things, but the perception's what they care about.
Nice.
So that will be, good to remember, +2. Okay. That's a big ace. Good to know. Sorry, I'm learning things about my potions that I should already know.
No, you're good.
No, this is how
It's
you learn
a-
them.
Yeah, exactly.
10 plus 17 total now,
Cool.
which is 27.
Yeah, 27.
Nice,
27 to search.
27 to search. Okay. 27 is a really solid search. Okay. I'm going to give you that result here in a little bit. Let me just write that down. Because while you're searching, you are approached. Okay.
Approach.
You are approached, Cress, by none other than Zynne. The dragonkin falls in stride with you as you are, taking a moment. Maybe you pull away from the pack of the group for a bit, find a nice vantage point.
Yeah, can I say why they pulled away?
Sure, please.
Cress remembers walking this road when it was a proper road with Lukavir, their husband. And they pull off to this little spot where there used to be a flowering tree. And I think that the land itself has just crumbled and fallen into the sand sea. It's gone. And so they just walk up to the ledge. They don't see any hazards, they just see a loss of something.
Your reverie is interrupted as you hear a clearing of a throat behind you.
Zynne, sorry.
You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Nah, I'm too stupid for that. How can I help you?
I just wanted to say, I'd heard about you, but I wasn't sure what to expect. So,
What you hear about me? I'm sure nothing. Well, I was about to say nothing good, but if Anatole said it, maybe it's good.
true enough. They depend on who said it. Anatole certainly had high praises for you. Mentioned your skill as a scout and your way with animals but Pascal said something different.
What did Pascal say?
Pascal said that, and he kind of looks dead in the eye at you, Cress. He says, Pascal said we should watch out for you. That you could be the undoing of King Anatole.
He can see the utter confusion across Cress's face. I don't understand. Pascal, let me be clear. Pascal and I have never been friends. I have one of those, and his name's Anatole. But we've always had the same goal of protecting King Anatole. So I'm a little confused.
Holding your gaze, Zynne, you can see there was kind of a tenseness almost when bringing up Pascal, and then kind of holding your gaze and hearing your voice kind of relaxes. That's if you mean that, then I don't know why Pascal said anything against you.
He's smart. This is gonna sound maybe crazy. I trust Pascal. At least to take care of King Anatole. So I'm trying to understand why someone I trust to do the right thing would say that about me.
The way I understand it, I think Pascal thinks you're the danger to Anatole. Pascal seems to think that if there's any danger, it might be you. After what Cleantha did.
I'm not my sister. Half-sister.
I believe you. I believe you. I think it's clear that you care about Anatole. And as long as that remains true, you can count me as one of your allies.
Cress grabs his arm, gives it a firm shake. Maybe Pascal knows something about... I was held captive by the Monarch's forces for 3 months. Maybe he's anxious about what they could have done to my brain, but all they did was paralyze me, and I killed him for it. I'm trying to be fair. I think his hesitance is something I might share in his shoes. So I'm not trying to paint him as some sort of villain. I think... Sorry.
No, I appreciate that because I love Anatole. I'm willing to die for that man. And Pascal and Chimney, they both like brothers to me too. So I'm
Tell
glad.
me about that.
It was sometime after everything went to shit. Not long after. Back in... What the fuck is the month's name? Hang on now.
The new year?
Yeah, I need the new calendar. La 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 la.
After the first wave?
Yes, this was after the first wave. Where is our... Excuse me. There it is. Okay. It was sometime in Thadrilus, which is January. So this is shortly, it would have been shortly after you left. Me and Chimney, we were sailors, part of the Drake Scale Company. Our ship had come in a bad way, and Pascal and Anatole saved us.
That sounds like them.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be alive now. Shortly after that, Anatole got married to Cleantha. It was a way of, well, bringing what was left of Zeladiel together. Titus was saying the king some unfortunate things about the king. Things that it looks at you now, I suppose you probably didn't hear.
He said about Anatole?
No. Somebody named Lukavir. An assassin that Anatole failed to protect his father from.
That is not what happened. Which I imagine you already know, because you know Anatole.
I believe you. I believe Anatole. And Pascal, too. But Titus was saying these things, I think, to... Saw a moment, maybe an opportunity to take control.
He wanted power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Anatole decided that maybe the best move was to make an ally out of Titus instead. So he married Titus's daughter, Cleantha. That was sometime in February, not February, sorry. That was sometime in Celestia.
When did she betray him?
That came a bit later. That came after the Tritons came. The Tritons had put together, the Tritons and the Merfolk, they created a union of some sort, a group of the Sea Folk to come together. They invited Zeladiel and they invited your kingdom to join, but in order to join, Anatole would have to surrender control of Zeladiel and his people to them.
Power play.
Well,
People took the end of the world and they decided that Chris looks furious. All right, but he didn't, because he knows rat.
He did his best to resist them, but then sometime in... Sorry, I keep jumping back between notes here. Then sometime in Tazifi, they betrayed him. One of the Lords of the Deep, one of the Triton Knights, killed him. Stabbed him to the back with a trident. That was when everything fell apart.
Killed Anatole?
I couldn't protect him that day. Pascal.
You were there.
I tried. I was there. We were all there. The Brahm had attacked again, and in the middle of the fight, I looked over, and I saw one of them Tritons put a trident straight through his back.
I saw it in a dream. I tried to tell him.
You see him in your dreams.
Not since the last time I tried to reach out. Pascal told me not to, so I didn't. He said it was hurting Anatole. The only reason I'm willing to reach out to him tonight is that I would rather make sure he's safe, even if it's uncomfortable.
Given the circumstances, I think that's a good idea. After Anatole fell, Pascal and us, we found help. Somebody to bring him back to us. But since then, he's been different, Cress. He's been very different.
Different how?
He sleeps a lot. He sleeps.
And he dreams.
And he dreams now. And Pascal is worried that that Anatole might rather live in a dream world than the real world. And we need him here.
Maybe he was looking for me there.
Maybe.
So this is good. This is good because this is the real world. This is good. We can help.
I think you can.
Who brought him back?
Pascal had us take him to visit a coven out in Tenet Pass. These witches brought him back.
Could I make some sort of society check to see if I know what coven?
Sure. I'd give you a bonus to it too.
Thank you. I rolled a nat one.
Oh no.
Nope, I'm not using my hero point on that. They don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Shit, wait. I was muted. Before you make that decision, David, I sent you a message. Flyby Stew gifted another hero point.
Oh!
Thank you, Flyby Stew.
Thank you,
I didn't want to
Flyby.
interrupt
Thank
the scene.
you.
But it's for you, David, to just give out as you see fit. So,
Well,
just wanted to put that out there.
I think this is a good moment for it, Button.
That's so nice.
Take that.
Thank you, Flyby Stew and David and Hannah for noticing.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Flyby
Okay.
Stew.
So there's a 13 plus. What am I making? Society?
Society.
Plus 12 for 25.
You've heard whispers of... I mean, you're a well-traveled individual, Cress. You've heard whispers of individuals who are powerful enough to perform rituals that would bring a soul back from the dead. There are... With the 25, you know that there are several covens that supposedly can do so, rumors of covens that can do so. But with the mention of Teneth Pass, I think you can recall the name of that specific coven. But did we ever decide a name on that specific coven?
I think we just called them the Fate Coven.
The Fate Coven. So yeah, we'll say for now that's the translated name. That's a common term for them, the Fate Coven. Out in Teneth's Pass.
I'll have to find a way to thank them. And you, Zynne, for being there.
I only wish I could have done more. Maybe in an ideal world we wouldn't have ended up in this situation at all, right? But
They look around at the former place where they used to pick fruit with Lukavir crumbled into the ocean. Nothing about this place is ideal. Not yet. But I intend to make it so.
well, as long as you're an ally of Anatole's, I'll help you too.
I'll offer you the same thing.
Press. You got a 27 on that search previously to notice things.
Yeah.
Okay. Among the things you notice at this point, and we'll get the rest of the cast back together too, right? Cress, among these things that you've noticed, you see underneath the bridge with the 27, underneath that bridge that had fallen on those buildings, those wooden huts, it looks like a fisherman's wharf is what that is down there, right? Like where, fishermen would kind of haul in a catch or something. Excuse me. And down in there, you see one of the huts looks to be actually pretty well intact still. If you wanted to check it out, it looks pretty well intact. So you notice that there is a hut down there that seems to be in good shape still.
Okay. Cress will call out to Farron and Finn. There seem to be remains of that wharf, a shack that's pretty intact. I don't know if that's a place where Chimney might go, but it might be worth looking at.
Can I hurt?
Can I see if the tracks
Let's see.
go in that direction?
Roll a survival. Survival.
21. No, 23.
23. Unfortunately, with the 23, no. It doesn't seem like the tracks go in that direction, and actually, with a 23, unfortunately, you don't pick up the trail at all. The trail is cold at the moment. You can attempt again here in a little bit, but it's going to cost you guys a bit of time here as you're looking for the trail.
My action aid in that?
Yeah, you can either aid or you can. Well, you
I
can follow
already
the
have
expert.
a circumstance bonus active, so can't take an aid.
Can't take an aid, but if you want to do follow the expert to try.
Yeah. You said I add your level?
You add my level and something else.
I think it works out to be about the same.
Proficient.
16.
Okay. 32.
Yeah.
32.
16.
Yeah, there you go. Finn, you follow Farron as Farron and Tulka are kind of moving along the edge, looking for any sign of that trail. And just as Farron kind of looks around and passes one point to go search off in another, something catches your eye. And as you look down, you can see the claw marks of perhaps a kobold that had dug in here at one point. And these marks, the trail seems to hug south now. As it looks like got to the bridge, realized, well, can't cross this, and moved along the tree line deeper into the forest.
I will just tap Farron's shoulder, point down that way.
Very good, Finn. I didn't see that.
We look too hard, we don't see the things in front of us sometimes. But happy to help.
Indeed. Well, Farron will start to approach.
Are you guys approach who? Approach what? Are you guys going into
The hut.
The hut? Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way down. You'll have to climb down to the hut. I'm not going to worry about skill checks and stuff. You got Cuthbert with you, who can kind of ferry you down and stuff like that. But you guys make your way down to the hut. As you go to open the door, it is jammed shut. The door doesn't appear to be locked, but it looks as though something might be blocking it on the other side. Alec?
All right. Well, I'm beefy. I'm just gonna muscle it.
Okay. Roll an athletics check to force open.
Okay.
Are there any windows on the shack?
Not a lot that could be useful. There's like a little high window up, that maybe you can like let some little bit
Jesus.
light. But yeah.
Athletics?
Yeah.
The fuck is his number? 31.
31.
Ooh.
Yeah. Finn, you bust open that door, and as you do so, there's just like furniture and shit that had been rearranged on the other side just kind of flies back into the back wall of the hut as you just push it open.
Sorry.
And just crashes the door open. Sorry.
I think Finn, like,
Adorable.
in his head, he just, like, kind of just nudged his shoulder into it a little bit.
Sure.
Sometimes he's like a big dog that doesn't know his own, like, strength. He'll, like, kind
Exactly.
of bump into something, and it's like, it's like, oh,
Boom.
shit. Whoops.
As the door flies open and you get a look now into the hut, you can see that it looks like the hut has been abandoned for the most part. There is very little in terms of like, well, there's a lot of furniture, but a lot of it's waterlogged. There's a few scattered books and whatnot, but also seem quite waterlogged and damaged, illegible at this point. But there is a perception check that I need somebody to make to see if you find anything else.
I'll leave it to one of those two.
Sure.
Go ahead, Chris.
Babe? Oh my god, almost fell off. Good. It is good.
It's good.
Math. 17 plus 17 is stuff.
34.
34.
34.
Okay. With a 34, you find kind of buried under all of the debris a small little chest that looks like it might have held its seal as water would have like rushed through. And you can see like the floor beneath you guys is like wooden slats. You can see like almost through it, right? Water would have like come in and kind of drained out underneath, but rearranged everything. In the chaos and mess of it all, Cress, you find a little chest. Not big, maybe about yay big, like a foot long at most, but it looks like it held together its seal. It is locked though.
Alright. I cast Detect Magic in this space.
Fair enough. No magical things outside of your own equipment.
Sick. Does anyone here know how to pick a lock?
I mean, I could certainly try.
Thievery.
I literally
or-
can't, mechanically.
I
Or
think
we
it's
could-
thievery, yeah.
Yeah.
You could force it open too. You could strength it through.
Finn?
And he just curls his pinky in the lock and tries to.
Roll athletics.
Athletics with the pinky. Ooh.
I don't. My superpower is losing my tab. I don't know where the fuck it is. Okay, so 17 plus 13 for
30.
number.
You're in the 30s
17 plus
tonight.
13 is a 30, yeah. Finn, that is a critical success. You just snap the latch with your pinky as you kind of like pull it in and just flex, and you guys can see as he does so
Pinky.
the little latch and ring that his finger kind of goes through just pops right off the wooden front of the chest.
I think that one surprises Finn too. He's like, ooh.
Popping open the chest, yeah.
I imagine it was the water damage that made it easier than it should have been. Anyway,
Yeah,
opens
sure.
it. What's inside, David?
Inside, you find a journal. It looks like it is the writings of probably a fisherman who lived here at one point, but it talks about like where different boats were at different times. Give me... Who's reading the book? Who's reading the journal? Who's going through it?
I'm so dumb, you guys. This character.
Sure, I'll do it.
You'll do it? Alright. Let me see.
Occultism, you say?
Here. Let's see. This one, we can do. I'll go ahead and roll crafting because let's go with crafting or society.
Rookie mistake.
Or society. Crafting.
No,
or society.
fuck you. Crafting it is. Absolutely not. Jeez, wow.
Capcom.
Math is not 28.
28 is good.
I
Actually,
don't know how to count.
28. Finn,
Yeah.
you see an entry in here, and I don't know if this entry strikes a chord with Finn, but Finn, what you find in these notes is they reveal the location of a ship named the Gilman's Venture. It lists the captain of that ship as Ramas Odomath, and it says that that the writer saw this ship intercept a vessel that was bound for Azafast, a scouting ship that during those early months in the apocalypse came over to check on Damaril. According to this, that ship that came to check on Damaril from Azafast never made it back. It was intercepted by the Gilman's Venture.
I think for Finn, that goes. But he's reading it around to everybody. Like I think he's relaying all information as he's receiving it.
Okay, I'm just kind of reading.
Ramos was the partner of Problem Lady. Problem Lady at the Temple of Eliza. Zadok.
Zodok.
He's one of the ones who kidnapped me. We killed him in the Frog Grove.
Oh, well, it sounds like everything's Finn's not southern.
In heavens.
Accent creep.
Everything gets full circle. Then you love to see it.
Well, what we're learning here is that Azofast hasn't learned about Damaril that we know of because this was intercepted.
Right.
That could be
We also
good.
don't know who they sent or why.
Seems like somebody needs this information, but who that person is, I have no idea.
Her name's Luna.
Luna. Luna.
Yeah, I think Lunazrin could stand to know this information.
Oh. Haven't seen her in a while.
I'm sorry, are you speaking of the deity, Lunazra?
No, named for her, though.
Ah.
Bookish lass and mean with a blade.
It's a good way of putting it.
So you said this hut was abandoned.
Mhm.
Is it completely empty besides this chest, or is there like nets or anything that you
Yeah,
can
if
salvage?
you want to salvage like some nets and stuff, yeah, totally. Yeah,
I
like
think I'll
any
try to just take what I
fisherman
can.
supplies,
Nets,
yeah.
hooks.
Nets, gaffs, yeah. I think a
lines,
gaff
yeah.
is an actual weapon in the thing, so you can find like those long hooks that they would use to kind of reel in fish or something. Yeah, totally.
Cool.
All right, but you guys find this and you confirm that no chimney in this hut, unfortunately. It looks like it had
No sign
no sign of a chimney.
Right.
But Finn did
there's no
find the
chimney
trail.
in the
Yeah, exactly.
wheel.
There's no chimney.
Perhaps we should keep moving.
Great.
Sounds like a right idea.
Okay.
All right, back to the trail.
Back to the trail. You guys return to the trail. You guys continue to follow the trail from the broken bridge, heading now deeper into the forest, really, right? As you descend down, you find yourself kind of in a gradual decline, going downhill somewhat. It is a very tedious hike. A lot of trees, ripped out, overturned. The paths are almost non-existent. You find yourself at times having to rely on Finn to get under a tree and kind of push it up so that there's actually a path for everybody else to kind of crawl through. And as you guys are making your way down this way, Crest, you're searching, was it?
Yes, sir.
Order of operations. And, well, Farron, your check isn't successful, so we actually have we'll say narratively Tulka and Finn are kind of leading us a little bit here, right?
Well, would that check have been I mean, I guess I wasn't intending for that to be part of like the whole tracking thing.
What do
But
you
I
mean?
see
Like, yeah, you're
why.
yeah.
Well, because I guess I just thought it was going to be like once per hour I do this thing on the trail. To
Oh, no,
see
no,
if
no, no.
we
We'll
keep
do it
moving
kind
a
of per
little bit.
site. Yeah, because you guys are going to move from location to location. So you went from Tavern to the Broken Bridge, and now you're moving from Broken Bridge to somewhere else along the trail. But at each stop, you'll get to repeat your check. Roughly, I mean, you're going at like... These are little 3-mile jaunts, essentially, you know? So you're kind of riding
Little
that check.
hexes.
Little hexes, yeah. Okay. As you
So I
guys...
failed the second one. But...
You failed the second one, but Finn, with Finn's help, you guys were able to stay on track. As you make your way through this debris-ridden field, right, you guys start coming up to... You see ahead, there's a little bit of break in the trees, and ahead of you, you can see a ruined shell of a stone dwelling. You can see broken stone walls still standing. The roof is been lost forever ago. Plants have started
So it doesn't have a chimney?
It doesn't have a chimney, unfortunately.
Just
But you see plants have kind of regrown around the stone structure, right? Kind of claiming bits of the walls. But as you get closer, it's clear that this dwelling is not uninhabited. In fact, out front, you can see a fireplace that is actively burning. On the fire, you can see a large pot that is burnt black at the bottom. You can see, without a check here, you can also see what looks to be a partially eaten dead horse with an axe in its neck just outside. You know what? Let's look at the map, because I think this might help.
No!
This might help make things just that much smoother. So let's grab some players. Let's put you over here.
Why do we get so excited when a map is about to go? We're just...
And
Because
let's
David makes
move
pretty
to
maps.
top
Yes,
of
that's so true.
screen.
Hey, David, actually, fuck this.
This is spooky. Are we at the top or the bottom?
You are at the top
Or
here.
elsewhere.
I will place Zynne real quick. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move Zynne over to the GM here for you. There you go. There's Zynne up there.
Zinfandel. Oh, a big map. Jesus.
It's
Thanks.
quite a ruins. It's quite some ruins for you to take a look at. You can see there's a dead horse right there. I'm loving some of these
And
new
it's-
assets on Incarnate.
Ugh. And it's just hacked into.
Yeah.
It's not like made into jerky.
No,
Oh,
it's just
bad.
it's just hacked into. Okay.
Is it bitten into, or did the axe like cut out pieces to then cook on the fire?
Hang on. From this distance, that's gonna be a little tricky to tell. So tell you what.
Of course.
Let's
Get right up next to it.
let's do.
Just have a little taste.
As you guys are kind of looking in, you guys start to hear. You know what? Hang on. Didn't I do a thing for you?
It's like that dead spider encounter in Baldur's Gate 3.
You licked it.
Lick
That's
it.
spider.
So let's see. There's a
You walk up to
campfire.
And you licked it.
Why
That
are
is
there
a thing
people
that just
cheering?
happened.
None.
Why do I hear a crowd?
Yeah, I know. I'm getting rid of it.
Gale being disgusted. Listen,
Okay,
Oh, look
guys.
at it!
So
Stop.
Gale, stop it.
two additional sounds
Drop it,
become
Gale.
obvious to you. Buzzing of mosquitoes and flies,
No.
and snoring. A loud, echoing snore. Much louder, much deeper than the one you're hearing now in your ears. But something...
So definitely a honk shoe, not a me.
Yeah. Exactly. Something hung
Honking
shoeing
in a shoe.
somewhere in there.
Okay.
And it
Yes.
Chimney's footsteps led us here.
Chimney's footstep led you here.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
Indeed.
Zynne
That
kind of
sucks.
crouches in low and goes, "This sucks."
I think I'll motion for everyone to be very quiet.
Okay.
And then I will command Talca to go one direction, and then I'm gonna go the other direction around the dwelling, just to see if we can see what's snoring
Okay.
and assess the threat level here.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself and Tolka. Finn
So this
and
way,
Cress,
I'll go
where are you
this
guys headed? Are you guys?
Finn's gonna go
It looks like Tolka and Farron probably doing a little bit of recon here, or as you kind of approaching. So you should know, Farron, that's all bush, right? So you can get in there, but it's very difficult terrain. It's greater difficult terrain to move through.
I will just hang tight
To the edge there.
to the edge and move very, very quietly
Okay.
as I go.
Keep in mind of the obstacles on the map. So you probably can't go into that particular square,
Okay, let me get in closer.
because what you see there is a tanning rack.
Uh-huh.
So you can like hide behind it, but again, you'd be kind of difficult terrain. So you can stay there. You're a little exposed, but from that position, Farron, right? Well, let me just see what the others are
Arrow
doing too.
Knocked and drawn as I'm looking.
Okay.
Just to be clear.
Hang on. Time out. That's a lot. Think about the action economy. That's a lot of things you just
Well,
did.
we're not in an encounter yet.
I know, but just let's get to the other players first before we start jumping around on stuff, in case one of them sets off initiative. So you can move
One
up
of
there.
them fucks up.
So you can move there, right? What's your stealth bonus?
I would probably have drawn the bow before I
You moved up. Okay. So you
Yeah.
got your bow drawn, right? What's your stealth bonus?
Stealth. Secrets.
Million.
It's 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing secret checks right now, guys, for these stealth.
Yeah.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
And Talca's, if you want that, is... let's see, it would be Dex
The Talca might be proficient already in stealth, isn't he?
plus... I don't know.
He's just a wolf, right? See if the
Yeah,
stealth skill is
mature
on there.
wolf. View skills. Here we go. Yeah, trained. So plus 13.
Plus 13. Okay. Talca's padding away out this way. All right. Okay, Finn, what are you up to?
Great question, David. I don't know. I think he's maintaining a front line. Unless people move past him, he's not going to stop them. But
Okay.
I think, given that he is a brick shit house.
Brick shit house.
You
A
can
Brit
take a-
chick house.
So if I stealth, I can't then move, correct?
You can hide and then sneak. So that would be a 2-action thing kind of thing. But yeah, you'd hide first. You'd attempt to hide. That would be a check that I will roll for you, and then you can move afterwards. But when you move, if you want to be sneaky, you need to kind of be behind cover when you stop your motion.
Yeah. The plan. So I got 25 movement. I wouldn't really be able to hide anywhere. I think. Can I do? I won't move. I won't. I'm essentially just standing where I am.
Okay.
Can I do an investigate action to see if, like,
You can
this
see-
sort of setup seems familiar to Finn?
Sure. Go ahead.
Like,
Roll. Yeah.
Yeah. Either a society or like an occultism.
Let me see here. Yeah, society's fine.
Society's fine.
Society it is. Yeah.
It's not, but you know what? I did say it. That's fine.
You got your starting hero point if you need it.
Okay, I'm gonna use it because it was an 8
Okay.
total. Okay. 16 plus 3 for 19.
19.
Better than 8.
It's better than 8. What I will give you is this. You don't know what's out here exactly, but
Yep.
you do have common sense, and you are familiar with a couple of things, and that is that
Ew.
as you're looking around, this axe that's in the neck, right, is a great axe, so it's a big weapon.
That's a big fucker.
It's
yeah.
also a really big fireplace. So you've seen campsites of creatures with a maybe somewhat similar heritage to you, and you know they're so.
Finn's like fucking trolls.
Okay, I'm gonna have Zynne stick with you, Finn. Zynne's just gonna kind of back you up.
Okay. I
Okay.
think he'll point those things out if possible. And
Sure.
just be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's a big fucking thing in there.
Cress, what are you up to? Yourself and Cupworth.
Cress sees an opportunity here because Chimney passed this way, and if there's a chance that Chimney was waylaid or that he wasn't. And either way, if this entity knows about Chimney and this entity wakes up, then Cress has an opportunity to learn things. So they walk past Zynne and Finn, and as they do, they use Thousand Faces, and they turn into Chimney.
Okay. Okay. Cress is in chimney form.
Nice.
And they're going to not move too far in. Is it an action as hide a single
Hides a single action, yeah.
action?
Yeah.
They're going to attempt to do that.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna have you hide there. You just there's like a
Wow.
little tree
It's my
stump.
second nat one.
Oh no. Well, you know what, Button? You don't have to keep it because I should technically re-rolling your hide check here.
Oh!
So don't worry. Hang on. Don't worry about that. Nat one. What's your stealth modifier? Or
Plus
bonus?
9.
Plus 9.
37.
No.
9,000.
I'm trained. I'm okay.
You're okay. Cress, you were able to kind of like in Chimney's form, right? As a kobold, I believe it adjusts your size, right? So you're now like a.
It does make me shorter.
So yeah, you're shorter, and you're kind of like there's an open like tree stump, right there, or like fallen over tree. You can see kind of where the old roots and stuff were. You're kind of like tucked in there, looking at these ruins up ahead of you. Farron, from your vantage point, now that we know where everybody's at, you can see underneath this little wooden overhang, laying in the shade against the wall, is a marsh giant.
Oh.
Sleeping marsh giant. That's what they look like.
Oh! Oh my god. Okay.
As it is.
I thought you made it the right size, and I had
No. Still a large creature, but yeah, sleeping up there against that, in that little den there.
I will stop, turn to the others, and try to wave and point out.
Okay. Yeah,
As an action.
with that, the rest of you can kind of see now that there is what looks to be like a ragged blanket and stuff deeper inside of the ruins. You can see now as it kind of rises and falls, and you can actually see, okay, shit, that's the source of the snoring. So you guys know where the marsh giant is. All of you know where it is.
What do you guys want to do, like above table? You're gonna go in and talk, and then
no.
no?
No. If this thing wakes up, Cress wants to see if it recognizes Chimney.
I see. We could also wake it up and ask it.
Certainly something we could do. I don't think Cress would be like, that's the play. But I also think Cress is not taking the lead on this emphatically. Like, they are following Farron, who is the expert. They're not taking the literal follow the expert action,
Yeah.
Sure.
but they are doing that as a person.
Okay, well, then I can try to look for kobold tracks around here,
Okay.
stealthily.
Okay. Are you moving in at all? Or are you just gonna, like, from where your position is there?
Well, I will kind of maybe go around the fire in this little outer area, try to move really quietly, and see if I see kobold footsteps.
Okay.
So do you need...
Well, okay. No, what's your stealth modifier again?
Stealth is plus 13.
Plus 13. Okay. Aaron, you're moving around the fire.
Yeah, I would say first back this way.
Just go ahead and place yourself where you want to end.
Where I want to end?
Yeah.
Well, the trouble is I don't want to end anywhere until I see something or don't see something.
So,
because I'm looking for footsteps while I'm moving, so you would need a
perception check, yeah. Give me a perception check from you.
So my path, I'll give you my path.
Yeah.
And then you can tell me if I find anything along the way. So, hold on. Ruler.
Yeah, just go ahead and put the ruler out. If you want to put the linger tool on there too, that's great.
Linger. Okay, so I started here. I would go like this, this-ish, and then maybe like this. I have 35, but I'm moving stealthily, so
Halved.
half.
So you only get
Right.
you only get to where you're at there. Okay.
Exactly where I am.
Okay. As you get there, Farron, you step up, and what happens next is, as you move forward, you step on a piece of coal that was like kind of partially at the edge of the fire there, and it breaks with a snap under your foot. And what happens is a swarm of mosquitoes.
Oh.
This is my nightmare.
A swarm of mosquitoes comes out from the inside of that horse.
Ah, fuck.
And they all just kind of start spilling out. We are going to need to go into initiative, my friends.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get some proper rolls.
Okay.
As
Here
the
we go.
mosquitoes are coming for you.
Question for you, David. We're
Hey.
not near the west side of the peninsula yet, right?
No, you guys are not. You are like on the northern edge, and you just kind of like making your way down. I can give you a little drawing
Understood.
here. But yeah, no, not on the west side of the peninsula.
Fucking A, man.
Okay, let's see here. So let's go ahead, select all
No,
use.
Not rolling great tonight.
Okay, roll 20. Let's get our shit together. How about?
Okay, roll 20. Roll 20, okay.
Okay.
I love how it doesn't load the initiative order immediately, and then after I hit add turn, it pulls up the initiative order from the last combat. Like, that's a smart bit of technology. Nice job, guys. Good coding. Okay. Get you on there. Let's get the giant on there. Who is asleep still. Okay.
Ooh, still asleep. That's good.
Well, at least for now. We'll see what happens.
I know.
Where are you, stat block? Okay, one sec here. I just want to put these guys in. Alright, so that's you. 17 for the mosquito swarm for initiative. And then a... 28 for the giant. Giant did well.
You am going ahead for the first time ever from a fatty.
Let me just get Zynne on here too, and I think I'm done for NPCs. But Zynne stat block is here. Okay, Zynne's actually did really well there. Okay, Cress, what'd you get?
I got a 29.
29, damn! Alright, Cuthbert.
What an excellent question.
No worries. Finn, what'd you get? Meantime?
Natural 1, 14.
14, natural
No.
1.
Oh,
What
No
was
hero
Cuthbert?
points?
he got the same because I rolled an 8, but then plus
Damn.
21.
Damn, Cuthbert. Alright, Farron, what'd you get?
I used a hero point, rolled a 4 on the second roll, total of 22.
22. Alright, and Tulka? Or Tulka just go on your turn?
Tolko goes on my turn.
Okay, let me just get Tulka out of the order here. Alright. Going from the top of the order, Zynne is up first, and then Cress and Cuthbert. You guys will just go simultaneously. You decide your order there.
That's perfect.
Okay, let's see
Sleep.
here. I need. Okay, Zynne is going to. Okay, Zynne is going to delay. Zynne is holding as all of these mosquitoes are swarming up. Not sure what it's going to be yet, fight or flight. Zynne looks to you, Finn, and is awaiting instruction, like what's going to be the next move. So we'll say Zynne is going to wait for you to tell Zynne where you want them, Finn. All right, so I'm just going to move Zynne down behind Finn. Okay, Cuthbert and Cress are up with the giant on deck.
Okay. Cress is going to run up to Farron and go and cast positive attunement for the first time ever. So they hit Farron's arm and they reach up into the sky and they draw down. There's this sudden opening as in the sky, all of a sudden, a almost tear opens in the air itself, and you can see into this land of stars and water, the dreamscape that Cress is aware of. And they pull these little dragonflies down, and they start to spiral around you, Farron. And for the next minute, as long as I sustain it, you will heal 1d8 at the start of each of your turns.
That's really nice.
Incredible. My shield.
And then Cress will just look at the giant to see if they recognize Chimney.
Or if it wakes up
We'll
yet.
see, yeah. Still
it's
Giant's still asleep. Yeah, Giant's a deep sleeper
It's
for
still
now.
asleep?
Still asleep for now. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well-
Okay, moved and
Yeah,
right.
A little wasteful.
Heal.
That's all their economy.
Alright.
Cuthbert
Cuthbert.
will swoop here. And is Cuthbert able to pick up both of these individuals?
That's a tricky one. Give me a second. We're gonna need a hell of a check for that.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Okay. Go ahead and attempt it. I will call this a DC 30 athletics.
All
Take
right.
for both. If you get a
Okay.
20, you get one. If you get a 30, you get both.
Okay, let me find his athletics first before I roll this.
No worries.
Sir, what are you good at?
Sa.
What do? That's acrobatics. Ooh, you're not amazing at this. Okay, we're gonna do our best.
I believe in you, Cuthbert.
Oh, the mosquitoes.
That might pass 20. Yeah, okay. Wait, no. Sorry, where am I? I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I can't read.
You're good. You can read. I believe you.
Is notoriously
That may
difficult.
be, but I can only do other people's math. uh, um, can I... Can I argue for acrobatics if he tries to, like, swoop up under us?
Let me see something here.
The old swoop and scoop.
The old swoop and
He'll
scoop.
swoop and scoop.
I believe there is a maneuver.
Much like when you're walking a dog.
Yeah, maneuver flight. Yeah, I'll allow it. Go for it.
Maneuver
Thank
poop.
you.
Let's have some fun with it.
In that case, it is a math better than that. It's a 22 plus 9, which is
31.
31.
You get both.
So that is a that's a
Yeah,
both.
You get both.
That's a both. I'm very smart.
That's a both. That's a nice both you got there.
That's a nice book. He leaps up and does a barrel roll where one wing throws Farron, then the second wing throws Cress, looking like Chimney, and they pile. I think Cress falls into the side saddle, they are chimney size, and they just kind of barrel roll and like get a little stuck in there.
Oh my god.
All right, we'll call
But
that
he'll
2
use-
actions. He's got 1 more action left.
His remaining action is going to be to line up alongside these gentlemen. Line up. And just wait for whatever everyone else does.
Gotcha.
Essentially.
Gotcha. 1 sec here. I'm just gonna move Cuthbert a layer below us. There we go.
That's smart.
Okay. All right. With that, brings us to the Marsh Giant's turn. The Marsh Giant, with the crack of wood and everything kind of popping off, the mosquitoes coming out of that horse and kind of like filling the air with this droning hum. And Cuthbert, as he takes off, kind of creates a swoop in the vacuum of the wind left behind, right? It kind of rattles the pot. And you see a little bit of liquid spill out onto the fire. A big gout of steam. It's enough noise that the giant springs to awakening, and as he stands up, just yells out a massive roar. And as he kind of turns, he looks over and he locks eyes on the party. And as he kind of looks at you all, you see he's about to reach for a weapon. As you can see these 2 beady, like fish-like blue eyes staring back at you, just kind of contort into a grimace of anger and rage. And guys, that right there is where we're going to take our break.
Woo!
When we come back, we will meet this grumpy, this woken up grumpy giant who is looking at these folks who have just entered into their campsite. Guys, don't go anywhere. We will be right back with this combat in about 10 minutes. All right, we'll see you guys in just a moment. Bye.
See you soon.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Stealthy Elf Productions. We're playing a little bit of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This is our Unearthed Inheritance campaign game, and we are jumping back right into combat. Our party just encountered a sleeping marsh giant at its makeshift camp in these ruins. As the party was trying to make their way around, unfortunately, Farron just stepped on a cracking piece of coal, and that sound caused the flies to emerge out of the corpse of this horse, and shortly after, the marsh giant was awoken by that sound. So, the marsh giant is up. It took one action to stand. It is going to take its second action. It's looking at all of you. Let me just check if I need to target one specific thing here.
Uh-oh, we're clumped.
Everybody? All of us? Wait.
I can only choose one, so let's do this. It is going to rise to its feet. And it is going to come forward. It's full movement here. Ooh, that's pretty decent. One sec. Yeah, it's gonna get right up to here as it's coming towards you guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So it's gonna get right up to there, and from there, it is going to use, as it's walking up, you can see its body kind of ripple, and it kind of leans back, and it gives the old Tua. And it's gonna go.
You spitting at us?
It is going to spit at you. It's going to Hawk-Tua right at you. And I think for the Hawk-Tua this time, we're gonna go with Farron.
Ah. Gross.
Are you aware of the meme or no?
Yeah, no, I know the meme.
Okay.
Valid question. That is a natural 20.
Oh, the Great.
No.
It's a natural 20.
Hold on. Wait, this is ranged?
This is
actually
ranged.
ranged?
This is actually ranged.
Hey, news! Cloud Dragon's cloak, and it actually makes sense.
Cloud Dragon's cloak.
Okay. So Farron, a cloud of mist enshrouds you, the target, appearing much like the deflecting clouds created by cloud dragons. The target is hidden for the purposes of resolving the triggering attack. So normally the attacker must succeed on a DC 11 flat
DC
check
11
to
flat
target
check.
it.
All right.
And it is
Okay.
in range for the duration, for the whole round.
For the whole round.
If that matters.
Whole round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Cress, give me the flavor of the mist. You call in the mist. Where does that mist come from?
I think the portal to the dream realm is still open. And
Yeah.
so the dragonflies flew out and they are circling Farron in one direction. And in the other direction, little pinpricks of starlight whoosh, come through the other. And they're moving in opposite directions, much like an atom, around Farron, just trying their best to deflect.
Okay. With that, I rolled a 7 on my flat check.
Yeah!
Aha.
So with that, Cress, your spell calls forward those motes from the dream realm that flitter about and capture the spit of the giant as it's flying through the air.
The stars are a little grossed out and they just into the ground.
Just rain back down. Okay, damn, well played. Okay, we got up, we
No
moved,
hawk
we
tool
spat.
for me.
No Hawk-Tua
No
for
Hawk-Tua.
you. Well, Farron, you're up if you want to Hawk-Tua right back.
I spit back at him. No, just kidding. I am going to.
Oh, if you're lacking any HP, you heal.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
if
that's
you are.
right.
You
am
heal
a little bit.
7.
Haha, I'm back up to full.
Sick.
Okay. With that, Farron will shift her hunt prey focus to this creature now. One action.
To the giant?
To the giant.
The giant?
The giant. Second action. Draw. No, it's already drawn. We established that,
Yeah,
right?
your bow's already drawn. Yep.
The bow's drawn. Then I will cast Gravity Weapon on my bow as I say a word in Elvish. The bow just kind of like pulses this energy, and it becomes a little heavier in my hand.
That
And I'm gonna take a shot.
All right, shoot him.
I'll use my other hero point.
Okay, we'll use our other hero point.
It's a natural one.
Oh,
We don't want
jeez.
that. Okay. A little bit better. Guys, I have not rolled above an 8 this whole session. But with that, does a 22 hit?
A 22. You crank back on the bow as it gains mass in your hand. You knock that arrow that's knocked flies through the air, and as it's going through, you hit. But this creature's hide is so tough, it doesn't do any damage. So like, here to kind of explain this better, you didn't break its AC, right? I'm gonna say the arrow narratively strikes the creature, but for whatever reason, it was off. You caught him in the shoulder or something, and it just kind of pings off of him. As unfortunately, a 22 doesn't hit.
What
The
if
arrow narratively
I...
hit. It's a big
What
target.
if I use my thing? What if I use it's a thing.
Another hero point?
It's a... No, it's a... Shit, where is it? It's a thing where I can turn a miss. I can add to...
Oh.
Oh.
I can add to the hit and turn a miss into a hit, maybe.
Maybe.
Look under your
where is
feet,
it?
maybe. Your feet tab.
Yeah. It's not that. It's not that. Evasion, no. What's his signature?
Sure shot or something?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good. We were just talking about how Path Builder is great, but sometimes difficult to navigate.
Mm-hmm. Literally just before we came back on, yep.
Yeah.
I was just okay. I know what I can do. I can look for my reactions. Let me take all this off.
And guys, you might have noticed Alex not back yet. He'll be back in just a moment.
Life is doing a life.
Life is doing life things.
Basic.
I love the image of this marsh giant's like running towards you, hawk to us, gets blocked. The arrow just like as the spittle and the shards are falling down, Farron's just on the other side, shoots the arrow through, whistles through the air, just.
Shit.
He's angry. He's an angry giant.
I swear I have something, but I cannot find it, so I'm just gonna let it be.
We're gonna let it be. All right. Yeah, the shot misses. Okay. So you hunt, prayed, gravity weaponed, and shot. That's all three, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tulka's a mature wolf. I think she gets an action or two, doesn't she?
She does. I'm still looking for the thing. Okay.
Yeah, don't. Just go to Tulka's action.
Talka is going to stride towards the giant.
Okay.
And how far does she get? Only to here. So I think instead she'll take a wide berth. This is a big guy. She's gonna kind of go back into the woods a little bit and try to stay hidden. So is this difficult terrain?
One
I
sec.
assume.
Where's that? No, that's just under a tree.
Okay, so she's
Yeah.
just gonna move this way 25 feet. And
Actually, yeah, hang on. Sorry. Yeah, there's all roots and stuff under there. Yeah, so it is difficult terrain. So yeah, half of that. So just like back here. Yeah. Perfect.
right about there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where there's no roots, so like this stuff here, that's normal terrain. But where all these roots and stuff are, it's tricky to navigate.
Gotcha. All right. That's it.
All right. Okay, so Tulka is there. All right, we got the swarm of mosquitoes. And I should let you guys know that this swarm is going to move The giant is its closest living target. It's not like these things are pets. These aren't pets.
Incredible.
So, and the giant is the biggest target. So I'm going to have the swarm is going to move over to the giant. As you guys see, they come out, and as you guys all backed up, the giant steps forward, walks through the like as he's walking through it, coming towards you guys, right? A few of the swarm are trailing behind him, and you can see as they kind of land onto him, these proboscis, right? This little needle from its face, they all land on the giant and just start stabbing into it, right? And you can see them all beginning to kind of like undulate as they all beginning to suck his blood. These mosquitoes.
Oh.
They land on him and they're working on him. Giant's gonna take a bit of damage here. And Cress, I just want to remind you too, these are swarm trait. I know you have bombs, so if you have splash damage, you're gonna get that.
It'll hit
weakness.
these. Yeah, I figured. I was just looking at. I was like, do any of you not the healing ones? That makes sense.
So let's see. They flew in. So that was movement for the swarm. That was attaching. That's one thing. That's one thing. And they don't have another action because the next thing they need would be 2 actions. So that's it for their turn. Actually, that's it for that swarm's turn. And I do mean
Yummy.
Well, I do mean that swarm because they're still this swarm now.
No.
Oh,
Well,
god damn it.
Who's gonna come up from the
Wait.
side?
Get out of here.
No.
Let's see. We got.
Rude.
We're gonna move the full 2 actions to move. To fly over the party. As you guys just become surrounded by giant mosquitoes. Cress, Farron, Zynne. I'm going to say Finn is the only one that's outside of this. All of you are in the swarm of mosquitoes. 2 actions to move. Their last action is going to be to attach. So,
attach.
to attach. Because they're swarms, this isn't an attack roll. You can try to escape them on your turn as they attach onto you and they kind of essentially grab onto you. But they don't make an attack roll and there's no save for it. So you all take 8 bleed damage.
Fucking boo.
And because this swarm isn't quite like other swarms, as they're all holding onto you, you can still move, but they are stuck onto you. They are attached onto you. You can feel them. I mean, they are big mosquitoes, and
You
they're
have to
just like,
take an action to detach them.
You'll have to take an action to detach them. You could try to kill them, but Cress, what's your nature proficiency?
I am an expert.
You're an expert in nature. I'm gonna be. That's a good roll. Okay, Cress. Because you're an expert, I'm going to give you a passive. I just did a passive like nature thing for you to recognize these monsters. These are not just normal mosquitoes. No. These are blood seekers. Blood seekers, as the name implies, go after things for blood. And you remember camping with Lukavir and Cuthbert when you guys went out one trip, and you were moving through a marsh and you got surrounded by blood seekers. One of them kind of came up and like attached to your arm, and you went to swat it, and Lukavir stopped you and says, whoa, not like that. If you do that, you see how their proboscis is now embedded inside your skin. If you kill this thing just haphazardly, you'll still be bleeding out of that tube, so you want to remove it carefully, like this. And he kind of leans forward and shows you kind of how to like pry it out from your flesh.
Okay.
Essentially, if you try to kill these things, you will take additional bleed damage, permanent, persistent bleed damage.
Persistent. Understood. Okay. And
Okay.
it got me, Farron, and Zynne.
You, Farron, Zynne, and Cuthbert.
And Cuthbert. Boo.
8 damage to Cuth.
Okay.
8 bleed. Alright, that's the swarms. That's both swarms. That's their full turn. Zynne is going to hop in here. Zynne is going to come in right after the swarm, just before Finn. And Zynne is going to take 1 action to Where's your character sheet here, Zynne? Okay. Zynne doesn't know about the thing, so what we're gonna have Zynne do...
And I can't call it out, right? That's a turn thing?
That'll be on your turn, yeah. Okay, so the first thing Zynne is gonna do is get real angry. As these flies are attaching, right? You can see the red dragon can just kind of lean forward, a snarl on the face, right, into this kind of bestial grimage. The eyes flash red for just a moment, and Zynne just kind of pops back up. You can see the veins in their neck, right, kind of bulging under the scales as Zynne is entering their draconic rage. So that's one action to activate draconic rage. The second action is going to be to share that rage, and Zynne is going to stoke Finn's fury when we get back to Alec. As Zin's draconic rage, there's like a heat wafting off of them, and as all of you are kind of surrounded, right? Zynne is watching the three of you kind of swatting. Zynne looks back to Finn and goes, "With me," and jumps up with the last actions. Has two actions: draconic rage, sharing the rage with Finn. So Finn is now benefiting from a rage bonus as well, like a barbarian would on his turn. And
Nice.
Zynne is going to take a swing with their tail. Just a quick turn of the tail, and you see it just kind of whistle through the air and contact against several of the bugs. And this is bludgeoning damage. I should roll to see if you hit, but it's against a swarm. That's nuts. Yeah, Zynne hit. Okay, not bad, Zynne. Okay, that's going to be reduced by... Okay, Zynne still manages to drop 18 bludgeoning damage
Ooh,
Nice.
on the bugs.
on the bugs. They are not bloodied, but... Well, they are, but they're not mechanically bloodied. So Zynne kind of leans
They're
forward with the
bloodful,
twin.
not
They're
bloodied.
bloodful, yeah. Right? Although several of them just kind of pop in the air as Zynne kind of finishes the turn and pulls back. You can see like a windshield on driving through the summer. You could just see a few corpses on the side of Zin's tail where they contacted. Kind of flicks the tail and throws the corpses down on the dirt. All right, that brings us to the end of Zin's turn. Okay, so this is where Finn would jump in. Finn, I would imagine, is going to swing and try to help his friends. Where did I put your character sheet here, Finn? Okay, Finn is also raging too. Finn has an infectious rage. Steps forward with one action. We're going to draw the Retribution Axe. From where we're at, we can make shots. So we're going to take a shot with the Retribution Axe at these guys. This is slashing. Okay, nice job, Finn. Cock dice. Okay. Alright. Now they're bloodied. Now
Alright.
they're bloodied. Yeah. As Finn now possessed of this rage comes forward, and you can just see the axe as a blur through the sky as mosquitoes are, as the Bloodseekers are fluttering around through the air. You just see several of them cut down, just wings fluttering to the ground as Finn just kind of cleaves the axe through the space. So we drew the weapon, we swung with the weapon. I don't need to raise a shield. Actually, we don't have a shield, so I think we'll just take a second attack. If I were Alec, that's really what I would do. Alright. Yeah, Finn's gonna hit still. Matt's got a decent modifier. Max goddamn damage.
Yes. Yes.
Max goddamn damage. It's not a critical, unfortunately. A critical would have probably killed this swarm.
He's back.
Finn!
Finn! You just had a great turn, my man.
Oh, sick.
You are
You just rolled max damage.
you just rolled max damage on a swarm of bugs. Also you are raging.
Oh, cool. I gained that ability?
Zynne has the ability. Zynne is actually a barbarian and has a shared rage, and activates this draconic rage and lurches forward, sharing that rage with you, calling on you to kind of come help protect these guys that are being swarmed by the bugs. And Finn, you come up and you begin cleaving these bugs down. And I just want to take a quick moment, because Finn, as this draconic rage is like circulating through you, you can hear the chains rattling from deep down inside you somewhere. So you feel something stirring within you.
Noted.
All right. So if you don't mind, I did draw, attack.
I trust it. That's fine.
All right. Okay. 1 sec here. I gotta add that last bit of damage that Finn just did. All right. The swarm is very bloodied. Okay, brings us back to the top of the order. Cress and Cuthbert are up.
Okay. Cress is a capable medic, and they see how quickly Zynne and Finn are cleaving through these insects. So inasmuch as they're a problem, they're one that they can handle in a little bit. Especially now that Zynne has already started to persistently bleed, they're like, all right, at this point, plucking those out of those two isn't going to do anything. So they will spend an action, if I may, trying to remove the suckers from Farron.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can I do that? You are muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what kind of check that is. Obviously, I'd love for it to be medicine, but it's valid if it's something else.
No, it's, I would say you can use medicine or nature.
I will do medicine. You are very generous, Psycho. Oh my god. What a journey. 7 plus 18, 25.
17 plus 18, 25 to remove. That is a critical success. I will allow that you can remove 2 people. You can do yourself and Farron, as Finn and Zynne have kind of opened up a little bit of a gap in the swarm, right? Cuthbert's wings are flapping, and you can see a lot of the mosquitoes are being pushed around. Cress, you reach forward, and, much like those assist yourself before helping others in your care things on a plane, right? Cress just kind of quickly, the memory from Lukavir hits. You begin pulling out the spines and, throwing the mosquitoes away. You reach over to Farron and start pulling hers out, too.
Perfect. They will do that. That was very generous. Thank you, David.
Of
Then
makes sense.
they will. Let's see. Okay, we've got Zynne fuck him up. We got Finn fuck him up. I really enjoy how that rhymes.
Honestly, it's the best thing.
They
It's the
are
line-ons.
going to. How does this work? I'm so sorry. I
You're
should
good.
learn how
It's
things.
fine.
Listen. We're at the point in the day where all I have left are like kind of weird spells and heals.
We're getting into
Let's
the
get
obscure
weird.
stuff.
we're getting a little weird. 5 minutes. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Oh, do I have the movement? I'm so sorry, you guys.
Good.
I'm a
It's
little
okay.
dummy. Zynne. Farron's on Cuthbert. They know that while we are in. While we're in the swarm, it's gonna be a problem, right? I guess Cress will use their remaining 2 actions to cast Spout
Ooh.
skyward,
Ooh.
up into the swarm, which requires a reflex saving throw from the bugs.
Got it. That's a natural 1.
It's a natural 1.
That's a
Is that-
natural 1. These bugs about to get hosed down.
Yeah, I rolled pretty well on the damage. I rolled 15. I don't know if that doubles on a
It
crit
does.
fail.
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
it, is it a basic save? If it says basic, then it'll double.
David, you're blurry again.
Oh, sorry. You guys don't want to
Yeah.
see me blurred.
Yes. So 30.
Cress, how would you like to wash these bugs off the field?
Just as you say, I think it's. Have you ever, like, as a kid, I remember like playing with a hose and like being chased by like a fly and squirting it.
Yeah.
You know that experience. And they get thrown over that ledge with a spout of water that bursts bright and blue from their Dragon Touch focus.
Hell yes. They are gone. You managed to wash the blood off of all your friends too.
Excellent. That's my turn.
Boom. Hang on, I got a water spell thing, don't I? Wait, this one.
I think Farron just gives you like a very a respected nod and has learned something from you, has not encountered these blood-sucking mosquitoes and now has learned how to deal with them. So
As you're giving the nod, there's just like a sprinkling of water everywhere, and there's like rainbow sheens in the sky.
cool.
We share a quiet magical moment in the midst of a no good, very bad time.
Yeah. Like, oh, pretty. Back to it.
Okay, Cress, anything else with Cuthbert's actions?
I forgot that Cuthbert could do things. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Yes, it's our first round of combat. So, Cuthbert's going to breath weapon the giant and the bugs around it by
and
proxy.
the bugs around it by proxy. Okay.
Yep.
I need a basic reflex save.
Okay. Oh, giant rolled real well. Hang on, giant. Reflex. That is 32 for giant.
I believe that saves. I'm almost certain. Let me just check.
Is it critical?
That has to. It's a DC 27, so I don't actually think
okay.
it's a critical.
Not a critical success. No, so just normal damage. Or half damage.
Half. Yeah.
Half damage.
And then the bugs.
The bugs got a 26.
Okay. Which does fail, just barely. I rolled 43 on the internet, so that is going to be 21 for the giant.
Yeah, 21 for giant.
I don't know if you round up or down.
Down.
Okay, 21.
21. That brings us to... Everybody's watching me do math. Don't look.
No, I can only do other people's math.
And what was the damage to the bugs?
43.
43. Bugs are bloodied.
Excellent.
Bugs are bloodied. Holy shit.
To see if anything else. He has one more action, which he is going to use to do what? What can you do, baby boy? Not a lot. Tell you what, he will fly Cress and Farron up. How tall is this giant?
About 11 feet.
11 feet? We're gonna fly up to about 50 feet. So Farron, you can snipe. Yeah.
Oh,
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Here
That's
comes
his turn.
The death rain. All right. Okay. Giant is up. Giant is going to... Giant just got breath weaponed. And is covered in bugs that are trying to hurt him. I think the giant is... they're not very intelligent, these giants. Marsh giants are not very intelligent giants. They're intelligent enough to kind of like live in simple societies like this. But still got some good health. So what I'm going to have it do is it's going to run forward at... Well, Finn and Zynne are the only two left down here. So we're going to have one action to run forward to get to... here. Or actually, no, hang on. I'm doing my movement like a jackass. 1 second here. There we go. That's the better spot. There we go. Okay. Giant's going to get there with one move. And we're going to take one action to attack with the gaff. We're going to go for Finn. Because Finn is the largest of the number of the party. And this giant thinks, well, that's got to be the leader. Finn.
That'll be a stupid thing.
That'll be a 30. That'll be a 33 to hit you.
That is a crit.
Crit.
Oh. But you're raging.
You are raging. Yeah, that's right. Your AC's up a bit. You have a bonus to your AC.
Oh, never mind. It hits, but it's not a crit. My AC is 24. I'm dumb.
Because, yeah, so right now, Finn, you also
But
have... Your AC, actually, Finn, is... It's going to go up by 2. No, it's going to go up by
20.
1. And you're 8... 25. Your hit points are also up by 10. And you also...
Jesus.
And also, your attacks are infused with fire damage, which I forgot to calculate earlier.
Oh my god.
Because you
Can
would
I
have...
rage too?
Unfortunately, we can only share the rage with one person, and we shared it with Finn. So,
Okay. So
bonus AC
is
hit.
AC is 25. I just gave myself 10 hit points.
Yep.
And then okay, cool.
And then you do a flat 8 fire damage with your axe.
Jesus.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
But you did... But it's not a crit, right? You said? Confirmed?
No, 25. It's not 10 over because you said 33.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah, it hits, but it's not a crit. Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be 18 bludgeoning damage to you.
Suck my dick.
Well... we're going to try to trip you with the last action.
I will reaction attack of opportunity.
Oh!
Okay.
Hang on. What's your reach?
With the axe.
Yeah, because your giant's 10 feet out. The gaff that he's using is a long one. Actually, hang on. The giant can't attack you a second time or do anything else because it didn't draw its weapon.
It didn't draw its weapon.
So, draw weapon, attack, move. That's all 3 of the giant's actions.
I'm not seeing.
So it can't trip you.
Okay. It still hit me though.
It did still hit you, yeah. So you can still like retributive strike, I think is the thing.
It's a no. I have
Attack of opportunity
Ghost
allows you to
Fighter
do a lot
of
more.
Attack of opportunity.
Oh.
Within your reach, use as a manipulator move action. Yeah, because it moved up to us anyway.
It
Yeah.
did, but it moved up to 10 feet out from you because it's got range.
Yeah, it's a two-handed axe. I have reach.
Oh, okay. Never mind. By all means, slay the giant.
Nice.
If it makes a ranged attack in your space too, you can also attack of opportunity. Like it's a really good action.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Jesus Christ. 36.
36 to hit. 36 will
Yeah.
hit.
Counted them myself.
And that's not a crit, correct?
Not a crit.
17 points of slashing damage, and then 8 fire damage.
Oh. Okay. Just. Okay, so 28-inch. Hang on. I'm pulling out the calculator, guys, just for quicker, faster
You're
math.
good.
Real.
Respect.
The thing is, I can do numbers any other time. But when I gotta do it with, like, people watching, it's like, alright, let me not mess this up.
Everybody close your eyes while David does that.
Yeah, you guys don't watch while we're doing math.
Look at me.
Okay, nicely done, Finn. Yeah, the axe whistles through the air. There's some heat to it, too. You leave, like, after you strike, you know, like when you watch a road on, like, a hot day, you see, like, the heat ripples coming off of it? Those are still, like, just lingering in the air after your strike. The giant falls back. But end of its turn, it's going to roll to see if it stops bleeding. It does not stop bleeding.
Bitch.
Don't you wish you could clot like me?
Don't you wish?
Don't ya?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's nasty damage.
Yeah, that was
some
pretty
nasty bleach damage to the giant. Alright. Okay.
Nasty bleach damage.
Okay. And you guys see as the mosquitoes are still sucking on the giant's blood. What becomes very obvious is that even though a lot of them were burnt and stuff like that by Cuthbert's radiant breath, as they are sucking the blood, those of them that remain seem to be reconstituted a little bit. They're gaining a little bit of health back. Okay, and they are over here now because they stick with the giant. They don't impede its movement. Okay, that's the giant's turn. Farron, you are up, followed by mosquitoes, followed by Zynne, followed by Finn.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say with everyone listening that I found the thing I was looking for before.
Hey,
It is an item. It was in my items list. It's a gear. So if I miss in the future and I forget about this, please slap me on the wrists.
Okay.
Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna do this one with
Which it?
let's see, the giant.
Giant. Shooting the giant. Okay. Shoot that
Yep.
giant.
Does she have? Is there like a
Um,
status bonus for high ground? I don't know if that's.
It's a +1 circumstance bonus for high ground.
Is it now?
There you go.
Okay.
Good to know.
Well, my hunt prey circumstance bonus is better, so I will be taking that one.
Ignore them.
Let's do an assisting shot, so that
Okay.
the next ally that attacks it will have a +1 circumstance bonus to their roll, or a +2 if this is critical. Let's see.
Let's see.
Okay. Pew. Ooh, it might be critical. 18 plus 16.
18 plus 16
34.
is 34. 34 is not a crit, unfortunately.
Not a crit.
It is a hit, though. You
Okay.
hit, but you don't crit.
But it is a hit. Okay, it's a hit. So it'll be just a little bit of damage.
Just a wee bit of damage.
7 piercing.
7 piercing.
And then I'm going to cast Protect Companion on Tolka.
Okay.
Oh no, that's 30 feet. I'm not within 30 feet. Never mind. Instead, I will shoot again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. -5.
-5 on this one.
Pew, pew. Twang, twang.
And this one, since I have the action economy, I'm going to use Hunter's Aim to
Okay.
minimize that penalty a little bit.
Sure.
So I focus extra hard on my aim
Okay.
and take a deep breath in, gaze at my target, exhale, loose it.
Nice.
Erg. So, okay, so we got 7 plus 16 is 23.
23.
It's not gonna hit, is it? Because then it's a
-5.
-5 and +2. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
doesn't hit.
Unfortunately, doesn't hit.
That's okay.
The shot goes off. The first shot catches the creature in its shoulder, and as it kind of like looks up, you take the second shot, and it kind of bounces backwards a little bit as it hits the dirt just below him.
That's fair. Next creature who attacks it gets a +1 circumstance bonus.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Also, Farron, you heal if you need it. The dragonflies surrounding you heal you for 6 points.
Thank you.
Their little wings just sort of fluttering around any wounds that might exist.
Oh, just those spots that the bloodsuckers were attached. They're just kind of tending to those areas. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
Beautiful.
Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are up. If they rotate around this way, can I get them to over?
Stop.
Damn it! They just are out of range of reaching the lads. They don't have the distance for it, so
They're eating good anyway.
they're eating good. So I think mosquitoes, you're just gonna
Getting
go
that
ahead
good
and
blood.
continue to suck down this giant.
Nom, 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 nom.
Let's see here. Okay. Well, they're gaining a little bit of health back each time too.
That's right.
We'll deal with that later.
Right. Oh, Tolka.
Oh yeah, Tulka. So anything for Tulka?
Tolka can't really do anything here, actually.
Okay.
That's okay. She'll just hang back.
She'll hang back. All right, then it's Zynne is up with Finn on deck. Zynne is going to come in. Let's see something. Whoa. Sorry, Finn. I didn't want to swap. Stop it. Okay. Let me take a look at something here, Zynne. Because if
No,
we
it's
can,
fine. I'll leave.
No.
don't you do it. I want to flank. Yeah, we can get there. All right. Zynne is going to take one action to move, get up there, and then we're going to take 2 actions to Draconic Frenzy. And as Zynne, in this blind kind of rage, kind of hunches down and like beast runs past the giant, digs the claws into the ground and kind of slides around through the dirt, lunges towards the giant and does a kick first, and is going to try to just kind of like kick the giant and where the kidneys would be on it. And that's going to be, let's see, that's going to be a hit on the giant. Not a whole ton, but it's a hit. It's a hit. All right, let me just do some quick little additions here. That brings us to you. All right, second attack because it's Draconic Frenzy. Zynne is making a combination of 3 attacks. That one is going to be really good. That one's going to crit. It's a really good hit for Zynne on the third attack with the crit. Alright, then the last attack. Now we're at a -10. That's a miss. Alright, Zynne went in. 2 attacks struck. The second one, so kind of slides through the dirt, kicks into the back, and uses that moment as the claws kind of dig in, steps up and onto the giant's hip, reaches up with the other hand and like slashes the giant across the back of the neck with the claws, and then hops back down. The giant kind of turns angrily. You can see blood just kind of spilling out from the neck behind. As the giant's attention is now turns to Zynne. Finn, you are up. The giant is potentially flanked if you want to take it.
Question for you, David.
Hey.
You made it clear that the chains are rattling. Is anything being said?
I'd say you hear an echo coming from down inside. You hear... You hear from within your core, Finn, the chains being rattled, and you hear a voice as it calls out, "Yes, lean into it. Ascend." Those of you outside, when Finn went into rage, I didn't describe this earlier, but Finn's got those draconic scales on the face. Those seem to spread a little bit more on his face as he entered that rage, that draconic rage that was called out to you. Finn, you can feel the voice inside you as it's kind of echoing out. It's kind of a mix. You can feel it's responding to that call of rage from Zynne. The dragon within you is speaking to the dragon within Zynne, or vice versa.
I don't think Finn has ever felt rage like this before. I don't think he has ever been enraged, if that makes sense. He has been angry. He's been furious. He has never been enraged. So I think at this point he is giving in a bit to that ferocity. I think he's cutting loose. I think the eyes aren't that white anymore. There is one serpentine slit for each iris. Ooh. And a smaller horn begins to sprout from the other side of Finn's head as claws sprout from his hands, and as he grips the ironwood, there is almost the crunch of wood underneath his hands as he just both hands grips it, and he just looks and kind of matching the energy of Zynne. He sort of like leans down and just and he lunges forward, and he'll use one action to move up here. First attack is going for the giant.
Get him.
That is a Jesus Christ. 30. I can't count.
30 will
plus
hit.
18.
30 hits.
So then, damage-wise, that was a fucking D12. Can I reroll? I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. Roll the correct dice.
Can I re-roll? Please do.
Holy fuck. Okay. 15 plus 18.
Oh, on the attack? Yeah.
33.
33.
33. Plus the giant is also flat-footed at the moment too, because it's flanked by the 2.
So that would be what, 34?
35.
Well, it minuses on its AC technically, but it's a 2 bonus essentially.
So, okay, so...
So does it crit?
Does it crit?
35. Unfortunately, 35 does not crit.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
It was close though. Real close.
14 slashing damage
Okay.
plus the 8 fire
Mm-hmm.
on the first
Wait,
attack.
this is the. Did you add one more because of my assisting shot?
Oh yeah.
Would
No,
that make it a
You
crit?
Was
said
Zynne-
it was the first attack, Zynne attacked
Oh.
first.
Zynne attacked first.
Oh, you're right.
So Finn wouldn't get that. I
So
appreciate the effort, though.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So 14 plus 8.
22.
Yeah.
Okay. Finn,
And
it's hurting.
he's gonna take the second attack. He would normally use the axe sweep feature, which would only make it a -4 against the mosquitoes, but he sees a weak target.
Yeah.
And right now, that seems to be more important to this enraged version of Finn. Okay. 34.
34?
16 plus 18.
34 hits. Even with your minus attack.
Minus 5, 29.
Yeah, still hits.
Okay. And then 17 slashing
17 slashing.
and then 8 fire.
Finn, how do you do it?
Ooh.
I'm like, I don't think it's. How does Zephrine do it? David, I'm going to turn this back on you.
Zephrine would cripple the enemy and then go for the throat while it's weak.
I think Finn's hand latches onto this giant's skull so tightly its skull breaks underneath his hand, and he takes the axe and just completely decapitates it in like one foul swoop.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, Finn, you cut through. You are left with the giant's head in your hand as its body tumbles to the floor at your feet. The bugs at this point are all going to swarm the giant corpse, leaving the rest of you unimpeded as you all see Finn standing over the toppled form of a giant with its head in his hand, his axe at his side, blood dripping onto the floor. And Finn, inside of you, there is just a bestial roar that nobody else hears, but Finn, this echoes through your whole soul as you feel just the dragons, almost like it's a roar that is so defiant against the bars of its cell, which is your soul. It leaves you just rattled
Yeah,
as
I think
you
that's
breathe
what shakes
heavily.
him out of it.
Yeah.
That like hot breath where you can see like
Yeah.
that sort of like fog coming out. Yeah, I think that soul shaking roar is what, like, he shakes it, the head kind of falls from his hand, as does the axe, as he's just kind of like stunned for a moment.
All right, and right there, guys, as Finn stands over this giant, that heat radiating off of him, this is where we're going to call our session for tonight. My friends, we will be back in a couple of weeks with the next installment of Unearthed Inheritance, session 19, if my math is, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yep.
All right, session 19. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Before we head out, let's say a quick round of goodbyes for now to our players. Let's start with Button.
Hello, I am Button. My pronouns are they, them. I am Blue Button on social media. I play Cressida here. And when I'm not here, you can find me over on Tales Archived, playing in the Known Realms Telesh campaign, where I'm Echinacea Belrose. You can also find us August 3rd. Is that right, you guys?
Yeah, I think it was August 3rd. Or-
August 3rd
Yeah.
at FriendCon. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was unprepared.
Yes, at FriendCon at 12 p.m. EST, we'll be doing a KRT little one-shot.
Yay! That is so awesome, you guys.
Lick. You're drinking. Hannah!
Everybody, my
Hey.
name is Alex. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me all places on the internet at Tales Archived. I played Finn here for most of the session tonight. Yeah, you can find me as the Archivist over at Known Realms Telesh on Tales Archived. Like Button said, I said, August 3rd, 12 p.m. EST, we'll be at the FriendCon digital convention doing a fun little one-shot for KRT. Hannah!
Okay, now it's my turn. Hello. I am Hannah. I've been playing Farron, the awesome bad bitch elf with a bow. And you can find me next week in the sister campaign to this Heroes of Histaeria series, Sansi Saga, playing Paminia Neckle, everyone's favorite gnome bard. That's all.
Yeah. Guys, I've been your GM this evening. My name is David. My pronouns are he, him. You can catch me here as the GM of both campaigns in the Heroes of Histaeria series, Unearthed Inheritance, and Sansi Saga. When I'm not here, you can catch me over at Tales Archived, where I play Whistle, the Hobgoblin Fighter, every week in the Known Realms Telesh campaign. And make sure to go check us out at FriendCon on August 3rd.
12 p.m. ET.
There you go.
August 3rd.
Guys,
Flyby Stu, thank you for the hero point tonight.
thank you for the hero points.
Amazing.
Thank you!
We'll see you in a couple of weeks, guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye!
Bye.
Talk to her.